Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm riding, but I'm actually riding my trainer's horse for her and, getting him out and getting him back into work. So I thought I'd take you guys along for something a little different. So let's go. Ready. Yeah, you've got an eye booger. Gross. Hi, buddy. Hi. So this horse, his name is Luke. His show name is Fetching, and he used to do the big stuff. He did the 4-foot performance with Patricia Griffith for the most part. He was in Florida like every single winter until 2 years ago, which is when I first started riding him. I moved to this barn and I didn't have like any other horse, so I leased Luke for a little while and rode him in December. And boy, does he miss being a Florida horse, because he was very spicy, but he was a very good boy. So I have ridden him a good amount in the past, but he had this winter off because he wasn't in Florida, and then just started getting back into work in like May, I would say, after everyone came back and started getting into the swing of things again. So I hop on him here and there to get him out and about and practice. And he's a really good horse for me to learn on as well, because he is such an experienced horse and he is used to being ridden by the professionals, and I am no professional. So he teaches me how to properly ask certain things, and like, he's a horse that you can't really touch or pull on his face at all, because he just knows that that's not how you properly ride. So he requires a lot of leg, and he's not even a push ride. He's way less of a push ride than my own horse, but you can't slow him down by pulling the reins back to slow him down. You actually have to like close the upper part of your thigh to slow him down. So it teaches me like all these things to be able to implement on my own horse, or just like to know in general, because that's how a lot of upper level warm bloods are ridden. So I enjoy riding him a lot, and it helps get him out and get him some training as well. Now, aside from all that mumbo jumbo, we were stuck in the indoor because apparently April showers bring May flowers means nothing anymore, because it's really been May and June. Showers bring depression to me. So it was raining and we were stuck inside, and we don't really have it done inside, so it was lots of pull work today, which was great. When we were just trotting around, I was working on getting him to lengthen or shorten his stride and sitting the trot, as well as like holding my 2-point and still like closing my leg around him. And then when cantering, we kind of were just working on like controlling his speed and not having him bulge out, because he has a right bulge and my horse has a left bulge. So he is pretty much the opposite kind of ride than I'm used to. And my left leg is a lot stronger because my horse has a left bulge. So having to control a horse with a right bulge is a bit of a challenge for me. So I was working on keeping him straight by taking my right rein back to my right hip and opening my left rein, as well as picking him up with my leg instead of my rein, because I tend to overcompensate with my hand and just lift them up really high, and he needs like scooped up, and then that picks him up because he's also a little naturally downhill, and then he gets strung out and rolling, and then the jumps don't show up. And then we worked on this lovely exercise where we were trying to get the 5 stride in the 4, and you have to close your thigh against this horse to slow him down, which I'm capable of doing. But then as soon as I get up to the jump and like I see the short distance, I drop him at the base and then he trots over it. So we were like trying to do this. We ended up getting it to the left after a little while, and then we did it to the right much quicker. My dad was the one filming this, so he did not get that, but it's okay. Then we worked on a little pole course where we did cavaletti, which got cut off in this first clip. Thank you, Dad. Bending to this bending line right here, and then to the outside bending pole. Our first attempt was not ideal, but then we went to it again, to the cavaletti. And I really needed to get him out into the corner more there. So that was like that and getting him out right after this in the bending line were my biggest struggles, because then he wasn't getting his lead change and I was having to do a simple change, which was throwing off our last course, and I was like getting desperate with my body, as you see there. So then here, to fix the fact that he was falling right, I came at a different angle approach to this one and like overrode it, but then he thought he was turning left after, so that was a bit of a miscommunication, but we definitely rode into our corner better and we come back to it and fix it. And then this one, I really focused on pushing him to the right, and he actually got his change in the line, and then the pole showed up, and then we were able to ride without having to do any kind of simple change to the last jump. And then after that, we just came to our cavaletti again. I kind of still did the overshoot approach, so I squared my turn, but then I focused on putting a little more left leg on, so he didn't turn left, and it worked out really well. And then we were all done for the day, and I got to say goodbye to Sir Lucas.